It's finally happening. This show has officially reached WTF status.
It's happening! Everybody stay calm! Everybody stay calm!
If you're like me, you just finished episode 7, scratching your head wondering what the hell is going on. But we're gonna work together to try and figure it out. Is Amanda in Ryan's utopian world? Who is the third Jason? And why do I need a permit to buy a gun in Illinois?
I thought this was America!
Note, I haven't read the book, so there will be no book spoilers. And this might be the last episode where I call our original Jason, and our usurper Jason, J, because if we start getting into multiple Jasons, I'm gonna need to come up with an entirely new naming convention. But before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe so you're notified as soon as one of my Dark Matter videos comes out. Last episode, we saw Jay make the crazy decision to trap Ryan in this utopian version of Chicago. And as I hinted in my last video, this wouldn't come without any repercussions. Detective Mason's assigned the case, but keep in mind this isn't the same Detective Mason investigating Velocity Labs that we saw in episode 3. That's because we're in Jason's world right now, which doesn't have Velocity Labs. CCTV footage shows Ryan with Jay having drinks at the village tap, and Mason notes that Ryan's cell ping was last recorded at an abandoned factory where the box is located. Jay plays it cool, stating that Ryan went off his own, hinting that he had relapsed on alcohol and is probably out on some bender. Mason doesn't have enough evidence to connect Jason to Ryan's disappearance, but throughout the episode she makes it clear she has her eye on him.
You know, there's not much in the way of CCTV coverage in that part of town, but if I find anything interesting, I'll be in touch.
Daniela finally confronts Jay about the ampule she found at his secret storage unit, and I gotta hand it to Jay how he flips this whole scenario in his favor. He tells her this is an experimental drug made by Ryan, and the side effects make him feel strange. This is brilliant because it could account for his odd behavior these past few weeks, including how he forgot his son was allergic to peanuts. Then there's the question of hiding the locker unit from his wife. He says it's for his project and kept it hidden because he felt guilty for wanting to do more with his life. From Daniela's perspective, this is the most honest and vulnerable he's been since the strangeness started, but she takes his hand and it looks like these two are on their way to repairing their relationship. Jay, however, gets a bit spooked when Detective Mason warns she'll be checking out any security footage around that abandoned warehouse. So he takes drastic measures, reopens the box, which last episode he had covered in concrete, and snatches a Ryan from another world. This Ryan never became a Pravda-winning scientist. In fact, he never made it to university after receiving a DUI in his senior year of high school. Now he's a simple mechanic. So in Jay's mind, he thinks this is a win-win. Ryan gets to start a new privileged life where his dreams of becoming a prominent scientist can be fulfilled, and Jay gets the cops off his back. It'll be interesting to see if these two interact again or if they'll go their separate ways. Then there's the question of where our original Ryan is. Last episode, Jay left him in what I'll call Utopia, Chicago. Now the question is this the same world Amanda and Jason venture to? When you put the skyline from both Ryan and Jason's point of view, they're practically identical. I would even argue that they are in fact the same world, however we can never be 100% sure. I love the attention to detail here, from the wind turbines in the skyscrapers, talk of cold fusion energy, and even biodegradable hot chocolate cups. This certainly seems like a great place to live, and why Amanda will tell Jason that she's staying. There are many reasons for her decision. 1, there are only a few ampules left. 2, there's nothing for her in Jason's world nor her own. 3, this world has the perfect setup for her to start a new life. The Amanda in this world went missing 2 years ago and she can basically take over her life without any problems. But the biggest reason Amanda can't stay with Jason is that she knows that by being with him in that box, he'll never be able to get back home. Her subconscious won't allow it.
Then it's not only the consciousness of the person who opens the door that matters. It's both our minds.
She has found the thing that is holding him back, and it's her. Now the two end up going their separate ways. However, Jason secretly drops 2 ampules in her purse. I gotta believe that this Amanda will end up meeting our trapped Ryan. Now Ryan will most likely want to get back home, and now he'll have ampules to do that, or he could use these to manufacture his own. Jason has spent the last 29 days trying to get back home, and now that he's no longer with Amanda, he can finally do so. show. His first attempt is actually a failure, but we'll get to how he overcomes this in a minute. In this alternate world, Jason gets to see a reality where his son Max survived. When he's caught in their home by Max, we learn some interesting pieces of information. Max and his father do not have the best relationship, as Max refers to himself as a screw-up and finds it weird when Jason goes to hug him. This seems to revolve around Max's heart condition, which we learned about in episode 4. In Jason's world, Charlie's twin brother Max died to this condition, but here he's alive, having had some sort of heart transplant from a girl named Holly. We don't know who Holly is, but the way he breaks down about her makes me think it was someone close, and that by having her heart and failing at school, he's not living up to the expectations of others. It's not fair that Holly, who was brilliant, dies and that he, the screw-up, lives. What if Holly was his twin sister who tragically passed away and her heart was used to help Max? This could explain why there's some weird relationship between Max and his father. We do get some blurry images of that family photo here, but it's just too difficult to tell if one of them is a girl. Am I crazy? Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments. It's interesting that Jason tells us that he felt the urge to kill this world's Jason and take his life, just like Jay did. He even passes a mask shop that has the same mask Jay wore when he snatched him. But Jason's realized life isn't about taking over someone else's, it's about our own journey that's more important. So for his final attempt at getting back home, he focuses on a moment near and dear to him, the first time he met his wife. He talks about how he always dreamed for a perfect life, but didn't realize it is imperfections that make it perfect.
That it is the imperfections of life that amount to a different kind of perfection.
This actually works, and to the best of our knowledge, Jason is back in his homeworld. After a little reconnaissance to make sure this is in fact his world, he decides to purchase a gun, with the implication being that he's going to kill Jay. But this is where things get really freaky. After our Jason leaves, having only been successful in purchasing pepper spray and a knife, a second Jason comes in asking for a gun. This essentially confirms that there are now 3 traveling Jasons, and there are some important details to notice. The first is the brace on this Jason's pinky finger. Our Jason doesn't have it. The second is the light cut or slash on his nose. This was given to him by Jay way back in episode 1, so we can infer that this Jason, because he has one, appeared sometime after our original Jason went into the box. The last thing this Jason wants to know is in which direction this other Jason went. This suggests Jason will want to team up with him to take down Jay, but it doesn't solve the question who will get to live in this world if they're successful. I doubt Daniela will be comfortable with having 2 husbands, or who knows, she could be kinky like that. But now I turn it over to you. I want to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and for more bad takes you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ThinkStoryYT. Until next time, remember, Daddy loves you very much.